Have you ever wondered how two culturally rich societies sharing a deep-seated history ended up locked in one of the world's most enduring conflicts? Let's journey back to ancient times when this land, a crossroads of civilizations, was home to both Jews and Arabs. Over the centuries, the region's cultural landscape was shaped and reshaped by successive waves of conquerors, settlers, and immigrants. This rich tapestry of shared history was disrupted by the Jewish diaspora, a period of exile and dispersion that saw the Jewish people spread across the globe, carrying with them a longing for their ancestral homeland. As we inch closer to the modern era, the late 19th century marked the rise of Zionism, a political movement advocating for the re-establishment of a Jewish homeland in what was then Palestine. This ignited a spark that would eventually lead to a full-blown conflict. This shared history, however, would soon give way to a struggle for national identity and territorial control. The story takes a significant turn in the 20th century, with the establishment of the British Mandate over Palestine after World War I. The British, with the blessings of the League of Nations, took control of the region, promising to create a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. As the British began to implement their mandate, the region's socio-political landscape began to shift. The Jewish community, buoyed by the promise of a national home, saw a surge in migration to Palestine. On the other side, the Arab community, the majority population in the region, felt threatened by these developments. They feared the loss of their lands and rights, leading to rising tensions between the two communities. As these tensions escalated, the British found themselves caught in the middle of a complex and volatile situation. Despite their efforts to manage the situation, the seeds of conflict had been sown. The British Mandate set the stage for the conflict that continues to this day. Following World War II and the Holocaust, the United Nations proposed a solution, a partition plan. This plan proposed the division of Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem as an international city. The aim? To provide a peaceful resolution to the increasing tensions between Jewish and Arab communities. However, this proposal was not met with unanimous approval. The Arab community rejected the plan, sparking a war that would redefine the region's destiny. This conflict, often referred to as the War of Independence by Israelis and the Nakba, or catastrophe, by Palestinians, led to the establishment of the State of Israel. In the aftermath of the war, the demographic and political landscape of the region changed dramatically. Many Palestinians were displaced, while Jewish immigrants began to arrive in large numbers, altering the balance of power and demographics in the region. This war resulted in a significant shift in the balance of power and demographics in the region. In the years that followed, the Israel-Palestine conflict saw a series of wars, intifadas, peace treaties, and ongoing disputes. The Six-Day War in 1967 was a pivotal turning point, with Israel seizing the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, and East Jerusalem. Later, the Oslo Accords in the early 90s marked a significant attempt at peace, with both sides acknowledging each other's legitimate rights for the first time. Yet the peace was short-lived. The Camp David summit in 2000 failed to resolve the core issues, leading to the Second Intifada. Today, the dispute continues over the expansion of Israeli settlements, precise border demarcations, and the status of Jerusalem. These complexities, compounded with the deep-seated historical and cultural sentiments, make the conflict particularly challenging to resolve. Despite numerous peace efforts, a lasting resolution to the conflict remains elusive. The quest for peace continues, with the world watching and hoping for a peaceful resolution. Today, the Israel-Palestine conflict remains a complex and deeply divisive issue, with both sides holding on to their historical narratives and national aspirations. The recent conflict in Gaza has only served to underscore the tenacity of this decades-long dispute. Rockets fire, cities crumble, and the human cost continues to mount. Meanwhile, the world watches, holding its collective breath as international diplomacy weaves a delicate dance around the problem. The United Nations, the United States, and other global powers are consistently challenged by the political and ideological complexities inherent in the conflict. The quest for peace is further complicated by internal divisions within both Israeli and Palestinian societies. These divisions often lead to inconsistent strategies and shifting alliances, making a clear path to resolution even more elusive. As we continue to witness the unfolding of this historical saga, one can only hope for a future where both Israelis and Palestinians can coexist in peace and prosperity.